All right, sports fans, welcome back. Problem solved to some extent. So you notice this wire here. When the previous owner hotwired the bike, for whatever reason, they routed any power away from the front end. So like the engine would fire, I guess, but the tach, the speedometer, none of that worked because they actually removed the power source. So you can see right there, there's the power source that goes to the starter, right? And so there was nothing else. So I, learning as I am, figured out, well, you need a power source that goes to the front. So here it is. This actually, I tested it because I went over here to my main fuse. My main fuse had no juice when the key was turned on. You see, I still got the tester there on the negative end. There was no juice here, so I thought, how do you not have any juice to the main fuse? Sorry, my dogs are playing. And then I realized, because there's no power going to the friggin' harness. So now there's power going to the harness. I've got the key turned, or I did, hold on. Right, and now we got a hot dash, which actually is saying, please put oil on me. The oil light's on because there is no oil in the bike, so at least that works. I checked too, so the turn signals, they do indicate on the dash. Everything's a little bit rusty, so it's actually hard to get everything to unclick, so the cancel button's a little odd, but now we're working. The question I have for you guys, and thank you again to everybody that's been helpful and dropping comments and messages and stuff like that. I got this harness on the front, okay? And actually, let me turn the key off because it's hot. There we go. So this harness, not physically hot, but electrical hot, right? So this harness is on the front, and it's kind of spliced into what looks like the main harness right there. That's where it comes in, and there's a few like pigtails like this, right? But it's a 9-pin harness, and the middle row, if you're looking at it like this, the middle row, when you turn the key on, is hot. In fact, the two on the left middle have 12 volts going to them. So I have no idea what's that about. If you know what this goes to, I would love to know. It doesn't feel original to the bike. Actually, I said it used to have this like really 1970s style fairing on it, one of the big ones, you know, like this with a windshield. And I think this might have actually been what was used to hook the fairing into the main harness. I've searched back, so I kind of extended it back this way to see if it actually came back on this end of the bike. Is there anything here that is missing, unplugged, whatever, that it might have actually been attached to? And I can't find that. So I feel like it's kind of anomalous, that it's an oddball. So I want to know, can I actually remove it if it's no longer necessary? This is, as I said, this is where it plugs in here, and there's a couple more wires that are spliced in up here. So I do think it is aftermarket, and I want to ditch it. But yeah, good progress. I ordered a new starter, so the starter solenoid, you can kind of see, there we go. You can kind of see it from the back here. This is it here. The starter solenoid is shot, and so that's why they're having to hotwire it. So I ordered a new one. I got an OE one, which cost me 70 bucks instead of the like what a knockoff would cost. But I'm not about to go chasing knockoffs and have to buy 2 or 3 of them to get one that works. So that'll be in a couple days, and then we should be able to turnkey fire the bike. Last thing I did do, by the way, is I took those brackets off that I said brought the handlebars back, like so, about 3 inches, and installed them back in their original location just to get a look at the profile of the bike. A lot of this stuff I think might be beyond saving, so I might actually have to just handlebars, controls, everything. So we'll see. I really don't want to go that route, but if it is, it is. But what I'm going to do shortly is take this back off. You can see it's all corroded and yuck. I was actually going to sand it down, prime it, and paint it black, so everything looks pretty OE and complete. So anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching the videos. If you have any feedback, if you've seen anything, as always, do tell me, because this is a work in progress and certainly a learning curve. So thanks guys, we'll see you on the next one.